We're here to open up the Town Enosburgh Selectboard meeting on May 15th, 2023 with the following on the agenda. Changes in the agenda, public comment, Tim Smith.
Joey's on instead of Bethany.
All right,
Bethany
Joey's.
canceled.
Joey instead of
Bethany
Bethany.
canceled.
Okay, so the truck is out too?
No, that will be moved
Still?
to 6:30 and 6:45 will be Garrett.
Okay. Approval of minutes, executive session, and looking to adjourn. So,
And then I have a few notes down here.
so then, in addition, we've got, that we'll have to make a change on, and that's Tim Joyle on a four-wheeler club. And does anybody else have anything to add?
I wanted to add discussion of putting electricity across the driveway here at the station from this side of the station to the other sides for future before we decide to pave. Before we put new pavement down, we need to consider putting electricity to the other side. We need.
Over by the flagpole type of thing, across.
Mark came to ask if I would bring it up tonight's meeting.
Okay.
Pavement,
So,
we can dig it up and put a piece of conduit in there.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we should do
Just
that.
at least leave a piece of conduit in it.
Yeah.
Get it there. Yeah.
Okay, so, need approval on that?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the addition.
The change on the agenda.
Agenda, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'll
Sorry.
second it.
All right, so we got a first,
I said 7:30.
we got a first and a second. Any other further discussion?
Oh, boy.
Hearing none, all those in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. So, needless to say, we have nobody here from the public,
Is
so
Tim coming? Oh, he's
He's
at
supposed
6:15.
we can,
Can we do the minutes? Or is
We can't because I didn't bring them because
Oh,
they were
okay.
in this, which I had lost until today.
Okay.
Lost my briefcase. I was like, usually at the
Awful
office.
feeling.
Usually at the office, and I forgot I didn't go back to the office.
Oh,
I was
gotcha,
in-
gotcha.
So we're moving on.
yeah.
Perfect. No public comment. Who's that one?
and that goofy little envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same one as before or no?
Same, but I think it's the copper's more than.
Oh, okay. Oh.
William brush cutting with Glenn. I saw that one.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I have it.
You guys want a color?
Yeah, in case I want to fill in the,
Pretty creative.
yeah.
Wow.
All right, from last meeting's meeting.
Is Garrett's an executive or no?
Part of it.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know, in a sense, we're on TV timeout. Unless there's something else we want to bring up. Because, well, got 10, we want to hit the trucks now?
You did just open them, so you should make the motion on who got the highest bid and therefore.
All right, so,
Can I-
Are
is
we
there
okay
three?
with that
Can I
part
see the
right there?
third one?
well, on this right here, it's supposed to be certified check or
when we sell any equipment, I always request a certified check or money order, so I would call that number and tell him those instructions.
Okay,
We prefer not.
right,
No personal checks or cash, no.
correct.
Correct. That's what we do.
Or cash works.
Nah, I don't like that. That's not that much.
And here,
Huh?
I see those.
Yeah,
I mean,
Only
if
stuff
it was 100 or 2, yes, but
Yeah, that's,
How much?
yeah.
bank's gonna be like, where'd you get this from?
Oh.
But
I don't know, kind of going back and forth with this. I kind of like this one.
it's Thursday.
I get it, but
I think that you need to, whoever makes a motion, say, call with conditions,
yeah,
but on this day, if it doesn't happen, then it goes to the next highest.
right.
that makes sense.
So figuratively speaking, we were looking for bids on the town plow truck and sander, and we are choosing to cease with the bidding process, and we've picked out an individual. And based on conditions, if he's able to meet that obligation, then we'll move ahead with that.
You
Otherwise,
should say the amount.
we do.
Typically, because they call me anyway, so whoever puts in bids usually calls me, so it's okay to say how much the bid was.
All right, so truck and everything sold for $32,000, and we accepted that individual bid. All those in favor, or need a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the bid, depending on making sure that the conditions are met, and then if not, the offer, the next highest offer.
I'll second.
So it's been moved and seconded, based on those terms of agreement. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, so passed.
Can we make a motion to take a 5-minute break until our next?
Sure.
I make a motion, take a 5-minute recess until our next item on the agenda.
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So be.
Been on commercial break.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we've been on TV timeout. So, at this time, we have Joey Clark, our town foreman, and he's going to fill us in with some information.
Yeah, well, you've done the truck bid, that was one thing, and then the sand shed update, which that's changed again today a little bit, so. They hit some water on the back wall towards the Tyler Branch Road that they thought was excessive to what they expected to find. But it was in the bid documents, it's up to contractor to deal with any dewatering. But they thought it was excessive, so we had a meeting there Friday with V-Trans and Millbrook, and Millbrook's dirt guy that they've subcontracted out to, Lucas, and Bethany Remmers, myself, and 2 Stantec guys, the inspector that's been there, and then that John Little that was there the other day. And so V-Trans perspective on it that day was that, yeah, it is excessive, so it probably warrants a change order, which would mean that it's would cost more money for the town, because any overages is gonna be on the town, so. But today, I guess they looked into their bid documents a little further, and there's supposed to be another meeting tomorrow by Zoom. That doesn't appear that's the way now. They're not gonna, I think they're gonna stick to their guns, and it's gonna be up to contractor to have to foot the bill, so. that's the way it looks right now. Maybe things will change, but unless they have to get Du Bois and King involved, which is the ones who engineered it in the first place, if they get them involved and maybe they say it warrants a change order, then maybe things will change again. But as of it, the way it stands right now, it looks like it's gonna be up to the contractor to deal with it, figure it out.
So the borings that were done way back when that Du Bois and King asked for, they don't show things like excessive water or anything like that when they do down deep borings?
Apparently not. I don't know as though I ever saw the laid out results of them, and I guess they weren't in the bid documents when the contractors bid on it, and they felt that it should have been, and it probably would have been a good idea that they had have been.
Larry asked me about that, that's why
Yeah.
I asked him the question out loud, because I didn't have the answer to that.
So yeah, Bethany was supposed to be here, but she's got a little family emergency there. So she's not here. weren't really able to make it. So
Okay.
we thought we were coming here to kind of like say, hey, it looks like we're going to have some extra expense here because they're going to do a change order. We don't know how much. Don't know what it's going to take. The way it was going to stand before, if they did a change order, that it was going to be up to the contractor to come up with a plan on how they're going to get rid of it, the water, and deal with it and do what they got to do. And then
What was
run
it?
that by Stantec, and then Stantec will run it by Du Bois and King. Get their approval. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that'll work.
Central for Enosburgh ambulance, please respond 328 School Street, Enosburgh, to the Brownway residence. First, again, Calvin Central overseas for Enosburgh ambulance, please respond 328 School Street, Enosburgh, 64-year-old male, chest pain, special center by 1830.
As you know, he came to my office the other day, so what's the temperature of him now as he,
He comes and goes. He got up and down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he?
He was very cordial after I told him it was nothing that we had anything to do with. And he goes, no, I know, I'm trying to control myself. I tried to be very helpful. I got Larry on the phone. I tried to get Bethany on the phone, which I did after.
Yeah, I was gone that day.
Yes. Thank you for that, by the way. And no, he was a gentleman to us. I mean, he came in, he was very visibly upset. I tried to help him out. He was nothing but fine with us, but clearly he was upset by the situation. So.
Yeah, I guess he was upset today when he heard that they, well, his words were went back on their word. What they told him
That's why I
Friday.
wondered. Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of a, I guess he's up and down. He has a few.
Of course, the project is kind of up, like there's a lot of unknowns as you go through it too, it seems like, or things
Yeah.
that come up.
Once they get up out of the ground, it shouldn't be
Yeah.
unknown because you can see
Right.
what they're doing with.
Right.
You know what they got to do. But,
Right.
yeah.
Overall, pretty good though, I mean, is,
Well, they haven't done much.
oh no, I see,
Very
I
much.
ride that way every day.
I said I go there every day, and I said,
Yeah,
There's about
They
three.
said everything's still in the same place for the
Yeah.
last few
There's
days.
3 big holes out there full of water, and that's about all it is. There's not.
is it just because of the way that the process,
Yeah, they hit
Yeah.
that water when they started digging down for the footer. Hit that water, they kind of like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what are we gonna
Yeah.
do? And this
Yeah.
requires a change order.
Yeah.
And I guess he pretty much packed up and left the site and said, I'm not doing nothing until I have a meeting. And so we had our meeting Friday, and he seemed pretty happy that he was gonna get a change order and that he wasn't gonna have to foot the bill. But
and then tomorrow you guys should know like definitively, like,
should
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Well, that'll be good.
That's just a Zoom meeting that is, so it's not on site. I don't think it's gonna turn out to be on site.
Okay, good.
Okay. Next.
I guess that's all I had really. That's it. I've been,
All right, so I'm just gonna throw it out to you. The discussion, about redoing the pavement,
yep,
and so it was one of those of either we scratch it, put a top coat on, or else we go right down to the base.
I don't think you gotta go down to the base.
You don't think so?
But you gotta take the pavement off that you got out there.
Right. And then, because the other thing is that going through and if we're gonna building this way, say our stone is here, flagpole is here, and that's figuring out electricity. Was Mark thinking of
No,
going across this
So
way?
Mark would like to put electricity across the thing
Right.
before they come. So he wondered if you would be able to spare the time to do that. We know that you're,
Yeah,
Yeah.
at
Cut
the end of the
in.
road, right?
Well, and
I-
then, you know, and go down to here, but then even if we do like this side, is put, you know, where the light pole is over on that side there that's leaning,
Yeah,
is tie into that one over there,
right.
so that we go back across underneath here to tie into that
yeah,
one.
we just wanna make sure to get.
So that we
it over
got, you know, a
here.
light down here, a light here, but then a set of lights.
We eventually wanna have a lot more lights than what we currently have.
Oh, I see, you wanna put
It's pretty
some down
dark.
the side of the driveway then,
Yeah.
not just one on the end.
Right.
Yeah. And then even probably go through, you know, and light it at, you know, say like to this corner right here,
Yeah.
and then that way, then eventually, you know, we can,
You'll have to get you an electrician there and then coordinate. It'll be their thing, really. We'll dig a ditch where they say and how deep they say and what they want, but.
yeah. But thought and plan for the future.
We just wanted to do it before we get I talked to the ones that did the bridge, Hungerford, because
Yeah.
the ones didn't answer. I've called 2 people.
Yeah,
And he's going to give us 2 different bids, one where he grinds it up and puts over, or just, he thought you could just go
but
over the top.
did they come up and look at it?
Mm-hmm.
They did?
Met him up here.
What was his suggestion?
He said if you were Goss Dodge, you would just pay right over it.
Payroll or what's there?
Yeah. I said, there's some pretty big holes. He goes, don't worry about that, he's gonna fix that.
Because the thing is that even the stuff that you did on Colpack, that's not very thick here, dear.
No.
That's why I say, I mean.
That's why he's
it-
getting 2 quotes.
Well, that's why I say
Both ways.
we go through and we grind it, because it's like, if it's thin there, I wonder what the rest of the
Yeah,
driveway
there's
is.
2 layers, which there should be, I mean.
Right.
Then that's what you'll have to have this time, like a base layer and then a top. I mean,
And a
yeah,
top layer.
you can cover it, but like in front of the building, you can't just stack another 1.5 inches on top of that.
No.
You know, it'll go into the building.
Yeah,
I mean, the water. will.
Well, maybe, I mean, there might be enough of a lip at the doors there that they could start off maybe from nothing and,
but it wouldn't be worth it. You might as well do it right the first time.
it kind of
Otherwise-
appears that way, it's all broken up, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, you could probably just pave right over it, but I think you're better off to take up and he may, if they were to grind it all up and then we regraded it, you might be able to regrade it enough so that it's not gonna be that high in front of the doors, so that you could still just then pave it without like taking the pavement right out completely.
Yeah, he didn't say take it out completely, he was just saying like.
Grinding it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how thick it is. You know, say
Yeah.
6 feet away from the doors, you know,
It should be.
cut a hole and,
I mean, I would think it would be at least 3 inches thick. It should be like 4,
right.
but 2.5 inch base and then 1.5 inches on the top. But. So he's giving you a price just to pave over it,
Both prices.
and then a
both
price
ways.
to grind it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then does he regrade or?
He hires somebody to do the other part.
Yeah.
But I called, or she said they didn't even return the call. I appreciate when somebody calls me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are the only 2 that I know. If there's somebody else that I should be calling, let me know.
No, I think Bushy's and Hungerford's are the 2 local ones.
Because the other one is over in Enosburgh. But I haven't seen much of him.
Hutchins.
Yeah.
He's like
This is
quite-
kind of a smaller job for them, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
What about rocks?
Rocks, yeah, Rocks does driveways. Stuff like that, parking
Yeah.
lots. Actually, you know, another one is Heath Wright. They're getting into paving.
Oh. Oh.
They've been doing some, some parking lots when they do like a parking lot job. They've been doing their own paving, and then they've got Harvey Bushy, who used to work for Pikes for years, that works for him. He come to the shop this spring actually and said that they're getting into, they want to do some road paving actually, so. Might not hurt to check with them. So you're gonna go across the yard to, with conduit, and then down the side, and then go over to the other.
I think that would be best.
Where does that, I mean, those lights are lit up there now, where does that conduit, where does that power come from?
Must be the,
I think it goes across the parking lot to
Here.
that light and then down the
Yeah.
right side.
and then the thing is that, you know, we could come out of the building for this parking lot right here, cause, I mean, the driveway goes like this, so we can,
Oh, no, but this is the darkest parking lot
yeah, but
area
light up,
I've ever
light
seen.
up on our, on the fireman side too.
So you
We
just
need
put the
something
con-
on the ambulance side, we need something on this, kind of toward the back.
Just
of
getting the
building,
conduit
too.
in the ground there now, is that what you're doing, and are you putting the lights in?
No, we haven't got prices on that. This is the first they're hearing of it tonight when Mark asked me.
Say we just get it
Bring
in
it
across
to
the
them.
driveway, cap it or whatever, and
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
can grab hold of it and go where we wanna go with it.
Yeah.
I can bring Eric up here to take a look too. Eric's working at the armory, so.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would
Oh, is
Have
he?
his
be helpful. Maybe he
thought.
can even give us some prices on
Yeah,
some
Right.
outdoor post.
he may come up with a different plan too, is cause I think the, I don't know, where they come out of the building now, I think you come out of the building on that end for, I don't know where they come out of it with it, for these other lights already.
I think I still have the plans upstairs at the office for this building. Would that have probably? would-
Probably.
Should have, yeah.
Should
I should
show
have that.
electricals.
So do you need a motion to go ahead and do the conduit, like, do we need that motion tonight, or?
I think we're just gathering information. on this
Okay.
probably.
Yeah, it's just a feel it out type of thing.
Okay.
Make sure we're all warm and
Yeah,
fuzzy.
if you tell him what we wanna do, and
He's pretty good with that kind of stuff. He kinda has he sees
We
it.
can look for the plans before you meet with them and
Yeah.
bring those with you.
okay,
Cause the other thing, I mean, you know, is do it this way, and then that, and then like on this end, for the ambulance side, all we gotta do is come out a bit and put the lighting over here, instead of putting it all the way on the other side of the driveway. So we wouldn't have to really dig anything over there, it's more of coming out of this building, boom, where the grass stops.
now there's one light on that side, the other side, and just like there is here, there's a light on the
Yeah.
opposite side.
Definitely not LEDs.
Is there a paving
So-
time set up? Yeah. Do we have that, like a time frame?
No,
No.
no, don't have a quote.
Oh, I just didn't know if we had the quote, like what you're
You
thinking.
typically wanna do it before the end of October though, right?
Yeah.
Because they stop
Yeah.
pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, we don't wanna wait till,
Before the 1st of October is what you wanna push for, but if it goes into October, days are right, it's not a terrible thing, but.
and then at the same time, while we're thinking about it, not that we have big vehicles, but is the parking lot we have now big enough?
I think so.
I'm just throwing it out.
I think so, as far as I'm.
Well, I mean, there are times when it's pretty cramped up here, but
No, but, well, I'm talking depth, because we really don't wanna go across, you know, past our buildings.
no, but I think we're all remembering like, when we have, you know, sometimes the building is used a lot,
Right.
but some of that will be taken to the armory once we're down and running down there, so we'll alleviate some of the pressure up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Did, you didn't happen to bring that, you were probably already here when I texted you, or pretty close to it. The personnel policy though, you got a
I
copy of
didn't,
it?
but I do have that insurance thing that you needed.
Yeah, just send it over to me electronically and then I can send it to you.
I forgot to do
FEMA
it
then.
Friday when it came in, so. I just forgot.
So yeah, we're in the process with FEMA there, been to a couple of meetings there, and I had another one at the town clerk's office the other day, but just to get paid for the windstorm last year. We've got the work all done, so it's just a matter of jumping through all the hurdles.
And then, did we have anything with, No, you talking the winter, or are we talking during Christmas?
Yep.
That part?
Yep.
I just sent it. It's from VLCT, said if you need anything else, just a call.
Do you have to be on site during the, over at the salt shed stuff? No.
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 So just if something comes up like this, then they.
Yeah, the other day they were looking for somebody there because so they went to your
They're
office.
just trying to find somebody.
Well, I thought, okay, because I wasn't
That
sure
was
if
like-
like.
You wanted somebody to yell at you.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
just
just
right off
wasn't
the
sure.
bat, I said, you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. And he was fine.
So you don't have any like town.
There's a person on site that's from a company called Stantec.
Right.
And they they look out for our best
That's their
interests.
job.
Yeah,
They're
I just didn't know
working
if
for
I
us.
thought I saw some town people working, and I wasn't sure if they were
We guys
part
are
of it.
probably always out and about or here and there, but
Yeah, we don't have to be there.
You don't have to.
No.
No, that's good.
That's
good.
his job. He
Yeah.
works for the town, so
Good,
Stan
good,
Tech.
good.
That's what he's supposed to be doing. Making
Perfect.
sure they're doing what they're supposed to. And I guess he told them, well, it says, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that it's up to the contractor, but they weren't satisfied with that, so.
What time's your meeting tomorrow?
I think 7:30,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Good.
That's just something that happened today because of the changes and the contractor is probably wants more explanation, so. So it'll be the same group of people, but only by Zoom this time, so,
and less cordial.
I think, unless it turns on, turns
And you
into
saw these?
honestly. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
And then, how are we doing on the roads? All graded, so to speak, working on that?
Yep, started regrading again there this week and putting chloride down.
Tree clearing? Any of that?
No,
Nothing yet?
Nothing lately. Other than what we've been mowing with the broom mower. Throughout the winter, mostly, that's when we do it most of the time. As far as ash trees, you mean, is that what you, well, usually that's when we're doing ditching and stuff like that, we usually take down a few here and there. We did take down a few earlier around the box culvert there on the Tyler Branch Road, there's a few little ones that whenever it happens, right, we take some down. They got some stuff there, you can save your trees now. I see that the other day, I don't even know
Oh,
what it
really?
is. Yep.
Gets rid of those borers?
I don't know, maybe it doesn't do anything, but somebody's selling something that you can treat your ash trees with and keep the bug away.
They haven't even found a thing. You know, one thing I
Maybe it
don't
doesn't
know, which has
work.
nothing to do with trees, is how come you can give your dogs flea and tick medicine, tick more importantly, but people can't take tick medicine. You ever wondered why?
I heard that they are coming out with
Oh,
a
really?
vaccine.
Do you know the answer, or?
At some
I
point.
don't, I'm just curious.
I didn't know if you-
Because I
I didn't
took
know
a
if you
tick
were
off
asking.
my dog, so I know that I'm probably gonna get one someday, so I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah,
why can't
we
I take
we
it?
have two, but
I was
they-
like
Oh,
looking
I
at her
pull
after
those
we had
things
been
off
for a
me all
walk
the
tonight,
time.
and I was like,
4 or
oh,
5 a
that's a
year.
tick.
Oh
Off
yeah.
me.
So then
Oh,
I freak
pull 'em
out.
off
I didn't know if you were asking that, then you had the answer behind it, or if you're just.
Or if I'd been taking the dog's medicine behind every.
Well, that crossed my mind too.
Now, that's been a
Put it in the
thought.
back of your
No,
head.
I did read that
I-
though because
no,
Diesel had a
I've
tick.
had
We had
two
to,
ticks in
you
my
know.
life. I had one. in
I haven't had to do that, it's been
Oh, it's-
on the
Yeah.
fur, I've had to
I
take some
never,
off
I
Gary.
mean, I
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah.
say it, but I
Yeah.
never
Oh,
get them.
Yeah, I get 'em all
I
the
don't
time.
even see them on me.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Everybody will say, oh my God, I got ticks all over.
Yes.
I never see them.
Hey Garrett,
How's it going?
Yeah, they're
I've had a couple
terrible.
crawling on me, but not burrowing.
Yeah,
Gary
I
gets
don't
them
even see
a
'em.
lot burrowed, and I have to be the doctor,
Yeah.
teaching and trying to.
Yeah, you should look at that.
All right.
I'm gonna
All right,
Guess
super.
we got something
Well, they don't
more.
know when, but thank you, Joey.
Yeah,
Now, do
thanks
you
for the heads
take,
up.
or these yours, Billy Joe?
No, I guess Billy Joe's got.
They're mine, I have to call them and make
Okay.
arrangements for a certified check.
So yeah, when they're ready, or whoever ends up.
Yes, I have to
the-
find, the title to that, I have titles all
Yeah,
over
they want
in
that.
there, and
We get the
I might have
keys.
to apply for a lost title, because I can't seem to, I have a whole
What?
stack of titles, and I said,
Got some books that go with it. Actually,
That's
they might be
strange I
in,
can't find
they
that
might be in the
title.
cab. I might have left them in there.
Oh, have a good meeting tomorrow.
Yeah,
And what year is that again?
hopefully
Because
we
I think I've
change
Yeah.
actually-
they're done.
What year is that truck? It's a
14.
It's a
550, Ford 550, yep.
So with that being said, obviously Tim isn't making it.
No, and I emailed Elizabeth and she didn't have anything to say.